Hi guys, this is Jerry Leah, and I'm back with another video about the mind, the body, and the soul connection, and why it is so important that you are aware of the mind, body, soul connection when you are trying to get healthier, when you're trying to get fit, because I think where a lot of people go wrong in their weight loss journeys and in their fitness journeys, where a lot of people go wrong is they think that it's only a physical transformation, and it is not a physical transformation. It is definitely physical, spiritual, mental, emotional. And if you don't have that mental, spiritual, emotional connection with the physical, and you're only trying to change the physical, then it's never gonna work. It's never gonna work. And a big example of this is, let's start with a problem area like your tummy. A lot of women has issues with their bellies, me included, because I had 4 kids, so it's a little bit tough to get it really snatched how you want it to be snatched. But what I have noticed, because I've lost a lot of stomach over the years. Like, I started out with a huge stomach, and over the years it's gotten smaller and smaller as I have done the work. But a lot of women carry a lot of weight in their tummy because they carry a lot of weight in their wombs, and it's a lot of pain, and it's a lot of guilt, and it's a lot of hurt connected with the womb. And you guys can look up on YouTube. There's so many videos about womb healing and all kind of stuff like that. But if you have any Lakin? No. I'm sorry, my baby is home from school and getting into everything. But if you have any kind of hurt, guilt, built up resentment, or anything towards your womb and what has came out of your womb, whether you have been through in your womb, whether you had abortions, whether you've had babies that was a bad experience, or whether you had children by men who have dogged you out, did you wrong, whether you was a teen mom and you had a lot of guilt when it comes to your womb, because I was a teen mom, and oh my God, I carried so much guilt in my womb. I carried so much just shame. Like, when I had my first child, it wasn't like a joyous occasion. It was like something that I had to be shamed about. Like, oh my God, I'm having a child and I'm 18. And then the next year, when I turned 19, I was pregnant again, and that was like double shame, because oh my God, now I'm having 2 kids and I'm 19. What's everybody gonna think about me? Blah blah blah. And the guilt and the shame, it just built up and it built up and it built up and it built up. And when you're in a situation where you have to get an abortion for any reason, when you have to get an abortion for any reason, or you have a miscarriage, that's a whole nother set of hurt and pain and shame and guilt. And if you're not really into self-awareness, or if you're not really into self-awareness and working on yourself and learning to love yourself and things like that, you'll probably be thinking, you're probably so out of touch with yourself that you're probably thinking, oh, that happened a long time ago, it doesn't affect me. But if you really look closer at your life, look at the closer that you look, the closer you look at things that you do on an everyday basis, the closer that you pay attention to yourself, Watch yourself like you're watching a movie. It's like you're being yourself, but you're watching yourself at the same time. And just look at the mannerisms, look at the things that you say, the words that you speak about your womb, your stomach. Like a lot of mothers, and I have said this before too, I'm sure a few times, but a lot of women, we have it bad where sometimes we'll say, like, say my first child's name is Ethan. Let's just say if I have a stretch mark on my side or something, I'll be like, yeah, Ethan did this to me. Or, yeah, my second child did this to me. I was cute for the first two, but my third one, he messed me up. And just, it's I know that we say it all in, like, fun or, like, in a joking way, but it's really some truth behind every joke. And deep down is because we really sometimes feel like that. We really sometimes feel like you did this to me. You stretched my body out like this. You're the reason why I have stretch marks. Whether you're blaming the child or whether you're blaming the man that got you pregnant or whether you're blaming the man that raped you or the man that, it goes on and on. Or whether you're blaming the doctor. We blame and we have resentment in so many different ways that we don't even realize. And there's nothing to be ashamed about. There's nothing to be ashamed about at all. Do you know how many women secretly resent their children just because they had to have them? And this is not an uncommon thing at all. And I don't want you guys to think that this is an uncommon thing, because it's not uncommon. So many women resent their children. And why? And that's understandable. Let's just take out all of our moral programming right now. Let's take out the fact that we're supposed to love our kids unconditionally, that we're supposed to this and we're supposed to that. Let's just take that out of our mind right now and think about why so many women resent being mothers, resent being wives. They can stop. Let's just take into account why so many women resent it. And I heard somebody say one time that women are the modern day slaves, and I can understand why that would be said, because women are like second class citizens at everything. That we make less money, we're taken less seriously in the world, yet we give birth to everything. Women give birth to everything. We give birth to man and women, which means we give birth to everything. Everything that is ever done in the world is done because of a woman, because the woman had to birth everything. A woman birthed everything in this world. Everything. Starting from the beginning. And to be put in situations that we don't want to be in, put in situations where we're being mistreated, where we're being put down, where we're not being appreciated, that will make anybody be resentful. And when you have that much resentment for that many years, and you can't get rid of the belly fat, you can't get rid of the purge. That's why almost every woman has a purge. Because almost every woman has a story where they was mistreated, where they were not taken seriously, when they were abused and nobody stood up and said anything because it was just a woman. So it's really understandable. That's why when it comes to losing your belly fat, you have to go within. You have to go within and look at every single situation that made you feel like crap. Go look at every situation that made you feel less than, that made you feel shameful, for being a woman. Go to every situation that made you feel that way and reevaluate it and feel the feelings that it made you feel, and then forgive the universe, or forgive God for letting it happen. Forgive the person for doing it to you, or whatever the situation may be. You forgive and you let that go. And sometimes you have to forgive more than one time. Sometimes you have to keep forgiving until there's nothing else left to forgive. True forgiveness is when there is nothing else left to forgive. So you have to keep forgiving and keep forgiving and keep forgiving until there's nothing else left to forgive when it comes to your wound. I'm still healing wound issues within my own self, and this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. However they say it. This is not a race, or this is not a sprint. This is a marathon, and it takes time. It takes time to heal, especially if you're dealing with chronic weight loss issues and chronic body issues. When you're dealing with a lot of body issues, it's a lot of hurt inside you, because when you're feeling like you need to change so much about yourself, it's because you're not okay with with who you are right now, and it takes a lot of inside work to do that. And that's why that is my focus. Yes, I love health, I love fitness and things like that, but if you don't have that mental and that spiritual and that emotional in check, the physical is a hot mess. And you already see proof of that in your own life, because I see proof of it in my life, and I have saw proof of it in my life. So yeah, this video might have gotten a little bit off of what I anticipate, what I planned, but yeah, so I will have to do so much more videos on this topic alone. But if you want any consultations or anything like that, to where I can go with you one-on-one and we can talk about the work and the healing, along with the diet and the exercise that you need to do to get where you want to be, to get to the next step. Because going from diet to diet and yo-yoing and things like that is not working for you. If that's not working for you, and you know that something has to change, something is different, something has to be different, contact me. I'll put my email address, can I talk, in the description box below, and you can contact me through email if you would like a consultation with me, so that we can talk about getting you to the next level in your healing, so you can get to your next level in your fitness goals. And I think I'm gonna make one more video today, because I'm just chatting. I'm in a very chatty mood, so I need to record as much as I can while I feel like talking. Because I'm an introvert, so sometimes I just do not feel like talking. Sometimes I can go the whole day like this and like not pour my lips not once, because I just need that. But anyways, let me stop talking. See, I'm chatty. But I will talk to y'all on the next video, and have a wonderful, beautiful day.